Brothers, I'm here again with a horror movie. Today it is still the Coal Hole series. Annabelle is born. A girl waits for her father to repair a tire, saw a screw fall to the ground. When the girl found out, she subconsciously ran over. At this time, a big truck happened to be coming from the opposite direction, knocked head-on into the girl in the middle of the road. The girl also had a hole in her head and died on the spot. Facing the sudden death of my daughter, the Dashan couple fell into endless grief. In order to let Xiaona return to her side, Dashan asked for help from some evil force, then take Xiaona's soul. After being transferred into a doll, they can often be in the house. I saw my daughter's Xiaona, even though I can't touch or hold it, but as long as I can see Xiaona by my side. Dashan and his wife were also very happy, but Damei soon discovered something was wrong. What came back was not their daughter at all, but something very evil. So one afternoon, Damei holding a cross and a Bible come to Xiaona's room. I heard him muttering, saying some strange things. Damei raised the cross and was about to cast a spell, and Xiaona in front of her also made corresponding actions. I saw his body began to twitch strangely. In the blink of an eye, he turned into a monster 80 centimeters tall. Damei was dumbfounded by this scene. When Dashan returned home, he heard his wife screams. Run over and check. Half of my wife's face has been scratched. The eyeballs were also gouged out. He told Dashan that he was not their daughter at all, but a terrible demon, and he just wanted to take away my soul. Then Dashan filled the compartment with Bibles, formed a barrier. Then the priest sprinkles holy water. The demon that will possess the doll. It's sealed here. Since then, the house has returned to calm. No more shadow of the devil. Time comes 12 years later to repent for what I have done. Dashan converted his house into a shelter, specially designed to take in orphans and orphans who have nowhere to go. Nuns. There are a total of 7 people staying here this time, 6 children, plus Lisa, a nun who watches over them. But the house is also very spacious inside. Classrooms, study rooms, etc. are all available because Dashan himself is a carpenter. The decoration inside was all laid out by him in advance. But these kids are very naughty. When I entered the house, I rummaged through boxes and cabinets everywhere. Dashan said that he and his wife Damei live here, except for this room downstairs. You can have fun anywhere else. After saying that, Dashan led them upstairs, arranged a place to stay. But the heroine Xiaomei has polio. Left leg was born with a disability. It is inconvenient to go up and down stairs. Fortunately, Dashan installed an electric chair on the stairs. He said it was designed for his paralyzed wife a few years ago. Haven't used it for a long time. Xiaomei put on her seatbelt and sat on it to try it out. The chair is very powerful. Soon I climbed to the top floor.
Xiaomei.
I always feel like the silence upstairs is a bit eerie. Similar, there seems to be something staring at him from some corner. At this time, a man in white clothes flashed past in the darkness. Xiaomei also heard the sound and quickly looked over. But soon all the other children came running up. A relatively spacious house, being occupied by 2 children playing with each other, Xiaomei and her best friend. Xiaoli lives in a small room in a bunkhouse. Then, Xiaomei saw a strange room opposite. There are also numbers engraved on the door frame. It's like recording a person's height. Xiaomei also touched the door handle curiously. Want to go in and have a look? But he was stopped by the mountain coming over. Dashan said this house has been locked. No one can enter. Look at his serious expression. Xiaomei didn't dare to ask any more questions. Time will soon come tonight. Xiaomei is sleeping. Hear footsteps coming from outside. A note was slipped in through the crack of the door. Xiaomei picked it up and took a look. There are a few words written on it. Come and find me. He thought it was the naughty kids next door playing with him. I walked out with crutches. And when we walked to the locked room, another note was slipped out from the crack of the door. Say, I'm here. Reminds me of the warning from the mountain during the day. Xiaomei hesitated and opened the door. He didn't expect that the door was unlocked. I don't know if Dashan scared him on purpose or something. After entering, Xiaomei found that the room was quite spacious. There are some dolls here and there, under the shroud of darkness. These dolls look particularly spooky. At this time, Xiaomei opened a white cloth, found a model of the house inside, carved out of wood piece by piece. Each room is also equipped with corresponding lights. Unexpectedly, this mountain is quite lucky and handy. Xiaomei is tinkering inside the model. Hit by accident, he found a key from inside a door. See what this model looks like inside. Very similar to the door to his left now. Xiaomei took the key and inserted it into the door lock. Open the door. This kid is very curious. Give the minister's previous warning. All turned a deaf ear. After opening the door, Xiaomei discovered that there was actually a doll inside. It's nothing. It's this doll, right? It's a bit weird indeed. The eyes are as bright and juicy as real ones, and he seemed to blink a bit. Xiaomei looked at him for 2 seconds, hurry, and closed the door. But after a while, the door opened by itself again, and the doll seems to have changed its direction. I just did it facing the door. Now it's a little bit to the right. Xiaomei didn't think so much either. He closed it again and locked the door from the outside. But as soon as I turned around, the main door still opened. The doll's eyes were staring directly at him. So Xiaomei took a white cloth, shined on this doll's head. Come to the window. I saw the mountain holding a lantern, heading this way from the tool shed opposite. But after taking a step or 2, he stopped. It seems that something has been discovered. Xiaomei was also frightened. I'm going to leave here quickly with my crutches in hand. But I didn't expect that the doll was covered with a white cloth. Came out from inside. He also blocked Xiaomei's way. But I don't know why this ghost let Xiaomei go. While the mountains are coming, Xiaomei also returned to the room and pretended to be asleep. In the middle of the night, Jenny and Mary in the next room, telling each other ghost stories. Put a blanket on your head, whispering inside. Just when the two of them were talking vigorously, the light in my hand suddenly went out, accompanied by the sound of bells coming closer to them. Please, please. What's going on? Lisa heard the scream and rushed in. Jenny said she just saw Dashan's wife. Damii is standing by the window. Dashan said this is impossible. Her wife has been paralyzed for many years, never left that room. The day after the time comes, I went out because something happened in Dashan. Damii called Lisa into the room and poured him a glass of water. After seeing the photo on the cabinet, Lisa praised the child for looking cute. Damii said this is their daughter, but already dead. And the conversation between the two of them. The words were also heard by Wu Wei Xiaomei. He didn't expect Dashan to have a daughter. I guess that's the designated room next door. A girl's. Before leaving, Xiaomei took down the photo frame on the wall. The photo shows Xiaona taking a photo with a doll. Just when Xiaomei put the photo in the corner, I found Xiaona's whole face suddenly changed in the dark. His eyes glowed, and he turned into a devil. In order to understand this series of strange things, Xiaomei came to Xiaona's room again. This time she comes in, found the radio next to the bed turned on, still playing songs there, and saw that Xiaomei was missing. Xiaoli, who slept with her, also came over. She asked Xiaomei whose room this was. Xiaomei said he was chatting with his daughter in her room, but his daughter seems to be dead. Xiaoli suddenly turned her head when she saw the doll next to her, looking right at him. This strange scene frightened him. Run away quickly. But this little beauty is really brave, still looking left and right in the room. When he lowered his head and pulled up the model of the house in front of him, Xiaomei finally found what he was looking for. I saw a little girl suddenly appear in front of the window. Xiaomei said hello fearfully, but the other party didn't respond. Instead, he turned around. What happened to you? Do you help me? What do you need? Your soul. Xiaona suddenly showed her devilish look. She scratched her leg. Xiaomei also felt scared, screaming, and ran out of the room. No matter how he shouts, no one around here responded to him, and all the doors were tightly closed. His vision also fell into darkness. In panic, he quickly sat on the electric seat next to him. I planned to run downstairs and ask Dashan for help, but this chair came halfway. He actually stopped and couldn't leave. Then he went back the same way and climbed up. Xiaomei did not take off her seatbelt to jump. The car clung to an armrest next to it. The handrails were scratched to pieces. Just when Xiaomei thought everything was finally over, he suddenly ejected from the chair with a bang. On the top floor until I fell into the living room on the first floor. Maybe the carpet gave me a cushion. Xiaomei was not thrown to death. There's just some blood on my nose. The camera turns. Dashan brought Xiaomei back from the hospital for examination. No big problem. I just fell and suffered internal injuries. Need to take good care of yourself. Xiaomei told Lisa that there was something in the house. We can't stay here anymore. Very dangerous. But Lisa still didn't believe it as always. It's rare to find a kind person to take them in. If they leave now, they will have to sleep on the streets again. Then he pushed Xiaomei outside the house. Let him bask in the sun. And after some comfort from Lisa, Xiaomei has also moved on from what happened yesterday, leaned back on the chair, and planned to squint for a while. But at this time, the chair shook a few times for no apparent reason. Xiaomei thought it was a prank by a good friend. But when I looked around, there was no one around. Just when he was confused, the door to the tool room opposite opened automatically. Then a person dressed as a nun emerged pushed from behind. In the wheelchair, Xiaomei thought it was Lisa at first. When he turned around and saw those big black claws, only then did he realize that he didn't even know this person. It came out of nowhere. Then, without saying a word, he locked Xiaomei in. The wheelchair moved to the side unconsciously. It's obvious that someone didn't want him to leave on purpose. At this time, the cabinet opposite began to shake violently, like there is something. It's about to pop out from inside. Xiaomei hurriedly hid under a partition, but soon the surroundings returned to calm. There is no sound anymore. Xiaona jumped out of nowhere at this time. When Xiaomei opened her mouth and and screamed. She also opened her mouth, spit out some black stuff inside. Immediately afterwards, Lisa, who heard the sound, ran over quickly. She opened the door and asked Xiaomei what happened. Xiaomei said she was just locked up and couldn't get out. No big problem. He even smiled at Lisa and the others. Time comes at night. Xiaomei, because of what happened yesterday, he doesn't dare live upstairs anymore. He slept on the sofa downstairs. Xiaoli is also very scared to sleep alone here. When he came upstairs to rest, I heard that in Xiana's room, there was a creaking sound. He lay down at the keyhole and looked inside. I saw the doll lying on the chair and rocking. Xiaoli quickly opened the door, but there was no doll on the chair. Then there was a burst of rapid footsteps. Come closer this way. Xiaoli was frightened. I quickly climbed onto the bed and hid under the quilt, but at the same time, the lights were also turned off. It seems like someone has climbed onto the bed. Xiaoli also looked at it in fear, found many large footprints on the floor. The day after the time comes, Xiaoli found the landlord Dashin. He said that his good friend Xiaomei, very strange recently, and he said he met your daughter. Dashin said this is impossible because his daughter has been dead for a long time. Xiaoli also said that Xiaomei entered your daughter's room. After finding the doll inside, his whole person began to change. Dashin was also very shocked after hearing this, said that the doll had been hidden by him. How could it be found by Xiaomei? And told them never to get close to that doll. But I just got back to the house. Dashin saw that doll, appeared on the dining table. There is a note next to it. It says found. Then Xiaomei sat in a wheelchair. Came this way. Dashin said, didn't I tell you not to enter that room? But Xiaomei didn't speak either. The movements and expressions are very strange. Dashin looks at the poster. I understand that he is probably possessed by a demon. He quickly raised the cross in his hand and walked over. But this demon is quite strong. Crosses and all that have no effect on him. Immediately afterwards, Dashin's fingers were bent one by one. The devil tortured him to death. Lisa heard the roar and ran in quickly. He ran to the restaurant. When I saw Dashan, his eyes turned white and he fell to the ground. After the police took Dashin's body away, Lisa asked the children to go to bed. But Xiaoli can't sleep. Think, everything in the house is the doll's fault. So I secretly took that thing away. A person ran outside the house. I planned to throw the doll into that well. Lisa also rushed over at this time. Xiaoli said it was this doll that killed Dashin. What happened in the house was also caused by him. After saying that, he threw it into the well. But just as he lowered his head and looked down, suddenly a big hand stretched out from the well, caught Xiaoli. Fortunately, Lisa from behind pulled me up in time. Just when they thought everything was over, they were on the sofa again. Saw that doll again. Obviously, you can't get rid of the devil with such low-level methods. Now Xiaomei also suddenly disappeared. Lisa calls for disaster and rushes to find her whereabouts. I came to Dashin with only the doll. Wife's room. Asked Damii what happened. Damii was shocked when she saw this doll. Tell Lisa to put this thing away from him. He also said that he was back. Then Damii took her daughter Xiana's. I told Lisa the story from beginning to end, and after seeing the half face of the big beauty mask, Lisa was also shocked. At the same time, the other side, several children also found Xiaomei in the room. They discovered that Xiaomei could actually walk now, and he said some strange words, raised the knife towards them. Lisa also hurried over in a hurry. He asked Jenny and the others to call the police and run away now. Let him handle Xiaomei's side. When Jenny and others were about to leave the house, I planned to take Damei out with me, but when they opened the room, I saw blood all over the bed. Damii has been nailed to the wall. He was also chopped into two parts by a demon. Upstairs, Lisa found the two Xiaoli who were hiding. Lisa tells them to leave quickly, but Xiaoli had a look on her face, staring at the door in horror. It turned out that Xiaomei had already chased her and was hiding at the door. Lisa also knows what he is now. I quickly put my hands together and started reading the Bible, but a mage whose level is too low can't deal with this kind of boss. It doesn't work at all. Not a bundle. Lisa felt that her whole body was floating in the air. Part of them is in your. Xiaoli took the opportunity to run out. I hid in a room, but the exit here is blocked. The only window you can get out of cannot be pushed open. At this moment, there was a crashing sound outside the door. Xiaoli also discovered it in time. There is an exit in this house. It's something like an elevator. You have to pull the rope yourself to go up or down. Xiaoli quickly made this thing and walked away. For a while, he found that he should have arrived in a basement. There are crosses everywhere here. There was a pool of blood on the wall. He looked down along the bloodstains. Only half of his body is left. The beautiful woman raised her head, climbed over to Xiaoli's side. Xiaoli got on the elevator again. I quickly crawled back again and again. After discovering that Lisa had disappeared, Xiaoli opened a room in the Tianmen Bible, hidden in. Immediately afterwards, Xiaomei, who was still lingering, came over. Found you. Straight to hell. Forgive me. Lisa seems to have used something to smell it here. Temporarily controlled Xiaomei. Put her in that cubicle. Not long after, Berbero arrived one after another and started cleaning the battlefield. They opened the compartment where Xiaomei was kept. I found that there was only one doll left inside. There was a big hole in the wall. It means Xiaomei has escaped from here. And Fuberwei, after launching a blanket search covering dozens of miles, they still couldn't find Xiaomei. The camera turns. In an orphanage called Asimo, visited a couple secretly. They're here to adopt a little girl. The dean said that this girl usually doesn't talk much, but it's quiet. Hello. There's someone here to see you, sweetie. Mr. and Mrs. Hoggins. And you must be Annabelle. Annabelle. What a lovely name. We brought your present. I hope you like dolls.